Let's see. Am I up? Am I up? Am I up? Am I up? Let's put you over there. Let's put me right here. Welcome in, everybody, over to the Savcast, as we're going to be over for the play-by-play over for the Buffalo Sabers taking on the Colorado Avalanche. So this should be a runaway game, hopefully, if I'm thinking about it correctly. But again, hockey is the team, or hockey is the game where anything can fucking happen. Alright, we gotta put down over for the lineup. Oh, fucking thank you, NHL. Fucking the NBA can't even do this fucking shit by just sorting it by numbers. Fucking garbage. Alright, let's see. 9's Norris. And then 12 is Greenway. $15. That's going to be Danforth. And then 17 is going to be Zucker. And then 19 will be Krebs. 20 would be Kulich. 22 will be Quinn. And then 29 will be Melinston. And then 44 will be Dunn. 48 will be Kozak. 55, Gerstein. Or Gertson, my bad. 63, Rosen. 71, McLeod. And then 72 will be Thompson. 86 will be Otzlin. 89 will be Tuck. And 91 will be Doan. Alright, time to go down for the defense real quick. Foe will be Bo. Alright. And then 8 will be Kesselring. Ooh, Gerard's going to get the nod. Very nice. 21 is Timmins. And then 23 will be Samuelson. And then Mackenzie Blackwood will be starting with us tonight. $25 will be Power. 28 will be Jones. And 78 will be Bryson. Yep, Brindley got the 2-year contract. I'll probably end up making a video on that here soon. Ukkapekka-Lokken. Ukkapekka-Lokken. Scott Wedgwood with his 1-year extension. Happy days. We needed that. Alright. Got the whole lineup all written down now, so we should be all set to go. I'm just going to write down over who's goaltending, so that'll be fine. Jeez. Jeebus. I'm not gonna wear my jersey tonight. Unfortunately, it's hotter than piss right now in my house, so we're just gonna go ahead and just go down for a regular t-shirt. There we go. That should work. Ah, shit. Sorry, you're hearing me. You shouldn't be hearing me. What's going on with my shit? What's going on? Alright, that should be okay. I don't know why the hell. Ugh, my shit's being so stupid for some reason. I don't get it. No, that should be okay. I'm gonna try my hardest not to be too loud today. Yeah, this should be a really physical game tonight. This is going to be really, really good. Also, I saw that Josh Manson is going to be doing over for some signings, so I'm excited for that too. That's going to be fun. All right. There's Brindley. Happy days. All right, let's get this shit going. Already yawning. Already yawning. Oh, they're not even going to put it over for the starting goaltenders? Fuck you, dude. I'll just have to look over here. Avalanche are going to win over for the opening draw. Oh, that's great. They nearly coughed it up over on their own end. That's fantastic. Yeah, can I get the full box score already, please? Thank you. Let's see. Colton takes it over on the left-hand side. He tries to sign it off, but it's going to be over for Samuelson. That goes over for the block shot off. Sabers try to go down over for a couple of touch passes. Could not. No icing over in the Avs zone. Ooh, Nature's coming in! Scores! Oh my goodness! Holy crap! Barely a minute in, Nature's top cheese. Happy days, and the Avs already take a 1-0 lead. Happy days for Marty Natchez. Leon. So it's going to be Leon. Happy days, 1 shot, 1 goal. That's all we need. Also, I'm going to try to get this a little bit more adjusted. There we go. That should be better. All right. Sabers taking it over on their own zone. Trying to patch it over for the pass, and it's going to be over for good defense over for the Avs as they clear it over. That's going to be McKinnon. He's going to get sandwiched between 2 Buffalo players. Buffalo's going to try to clear it out. They do successfully. The Avs will regain. Gerard clears it through over in the Buffalo end. And cameraman can't seem to find the puck. Okay, that was weird. And the puck's going to end up into the netting. And then over into the glove of Mr. Leon. Oh, Lyon. Alex Lyon, my bad. Blackwood, again, getting over for the nod over for the game today. Ooh, Avs went over for the faceoff, goes over for a quick draw shot, cannot get it off over on net. Buffalo takes it. Buffalo keeping it over in Colorado's end. Is going to be Thompson. Trying to put it through, and nothing there. Ooh, a little bit of rough stuff coming over from Malston. And then Malinsky, just like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you ain't shit. Yep, you're in the crease, you're gonna get checked, bud. You're going to get a couple pokes. Yeah, Landeskog being back in the lineup definitely helps out for sure. All right. Faceoff is taking over to the right of Blackwood. And Avs will win it. Makar clears it through. That's going to be over for Lehkonen. Lehkonen loses it. It's going to be over possession over for the Buffalo Sabres. That's going to be Samuelson. Cleared over. And the icing call gets waved off. Interesting. Ooh, that's a weird offsides call. A little late on that whistle. 17:38 remaining over in the first. Holy crap, dude. Marty Natchez was just open all the way. All right. In the neutral zone, Av's going to win over for that faceoff. Brett Burns tries to take it through. Lyon's going to go ahead and play that puck. Oh, comes a wave of Avs. That's going to be... Oh, no! Josh Manson fumbles the puck, but the Avs regain. Oh, snap. I was able to take it back over in their zone. But another wave of sticks over from the Sabers are able to intercept. Another interception over from the Avs. And Bardakov over for a big old shot that goes way over the net. And Colton is going to take it in for an offsides. Let's see. No, that's the wrong way. There we go. I'm like, what way am I supposed to turn this? Another neutral zone face-off. Avs win it. And the puck's going to be tipped over from a Buffalo Saber. No icing on that. Colton trying to keep it over in the Buffalo area. He does successfully. Ooh, tried to pass over the slot. Could not. Avs, another pickpocket. Gerard with his first shot. Can't get it through. That's going to be Rosen taking it over on the right side over for the Avs zone, but they cannot keep a hold of it to try to make any offense. Brindley is going to go ahead and rifle it through, and that's going to be an icing call on the Avs. Ooh, looks like Colton is the one who took over for that punishment. All right, face-off going to be taken over on the left side of McKenzie. Tage Thompson, and it's going to be Brock Nelson. And unfair face-off. They're going to do it again. And Tage Thompson's going to win over that face-off. But it gets cleared over from the Avs. And it's going to be another offside. It's going to be a face-off on the neutral zone. I'm going to have to look over at the actual starting lineups, and then I'm going to have to cross off a lot of players' names off this list. Buffalo's going to win over for that face-up in the neutral zone. Back-to-back passing, D to D. And Tage Thompson tried to get through it. Ooh, that could have been a hook or a hold on the Avs, but no, the stripes look the other way. Tays going to go ahead and clear it out of the zone. Waits over for another opportunity, and there's going to be another offsides on the Sabers. Shots are 1-all. The Avs leave 1. Live odds update. The over 6.5 goals. Minus 112. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I'm so tired. I didn't wake up that early today. Ooh, and they're going to kick out Krebs. And they're going to put in over for Dunn. Avs are going to go ahead and win over that face-off. And Olofsson trying to keep it in. And they're trying to successfully. Manson try to pass it through, gets off a skate. Mackenzie Blackwood's going to go ahead and play over for that puck. Back over to Manson. And over to Burns. And Kelly is going to go ahead and clear it through in the slot. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody get it. Somebody get it. McKinnon is going to go ahead and clear it over for Lehkonen. Lehkonen couldn't toilet bowl it though. Tays is going to retrieve it over at their neutral end. Oh, what the fuck? That was such a shitty whistle there, Stripes. Hey. All I know is that fucking contract for Natchez is already playing in fruition. He's been an absolute stud of an Av. That McKinnon loses over the face-off for the Avs over in their own zone. Shot is off, and it's going to be rebounded. No dice. Natchez gives it off over to Makar. Makar, all the way on the cross side, going to be Lehkonen, and is going to be over for just shy. That McKinnon trying to get you over in the zone, and that's going to be stopped over for a line. And that's going to be up in the screen. Oof. All right, Nathan McKinnon taking over for the face-off. He gets it. And Byram over for the Sabers is going to go ahead and clear it out. Sammy G takes it through. Gives it over to Malinsky. Malinsky takes it up ice. Gives over for Natchez. Back over to Sammy G. Rebound score! Arturi Lehkonen with the rebound goal. Happy days! Oof. Another big one for Arturi Lehkonen. 3 shots on net. Colorado leads 2-0. 13:50 still remaining over in the first period. Oh, and Lyon's going to get the pull, dude. Sammy G. Over to Malinsky. Great outlet pass over to Natchez. Back over to Malinsky. And then Arturi Lehkonen gets over for the big rebound. And now it's going to be Lehkonen. Okko-Pekka Lehkonen. Lehkonen is going to be coming in. The Avs are going to take it over in Buffalo's area. Colton! That's going to be a wide shot. That Makar trying to keep it over. But it'll be Kesselry, and that's going to be taken over for the pull away. Tuck taking it through. Shot through, and that's going to be over for the waffle iron for Mackenzie Blackwood. With that, they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. The Avs lead 2-0, 13-17 left in the first period. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the rest over for these players that I don't need on my lineup.
He's on there. He's on there. He's on there. He is not on there. All right, back to it. It's going to be Gerard taking it through. Gives it over to Drury. Drury flips it through. Looking over for Olafson to go ahead and grit over for some rough stuff. Over on the left corner, right by Lekkonen, or Lokkonen. As trying to keep it through. And Sammy G keeping it through, but it's going to be Lokkonen over for the glove save. Yep, that'll do it. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's going to be Drury getting kicked out of the face-off circle. Here comes Landeskog. And Avs are going to win that with that face-off. That Drury trying to get out of Byram. Byram still trying to keep it through. And then McLeod going to get it over for the Sabers. Thompson trying to overring over for the captain. Cannot get through. And Sabres going to keep a hold. Oh, shit! Oh, my gosh. Terrible rebound control. That was terrible rebound control by Blackwood. Yeah, that's going to be Byram. Oh, man, dude. I don't know what the heck, dude. Our defense just did not get their stick down, but Byram takes advantage over for it. It's going to be 2-1 Colorado. Burns going to go ahead and flip it through to the other side. No icing. Power. Trying to keep it a hold for the Sabres. He does. That's going to be back over to Power. Shot. Rebound. No rebound. My apologies. Almost Quinn, but he loses track of the puck. That's going to be over from the slot. Does not get it through. Ooh, another shot from Power. Still nothing there. That Burns taking over from the puck. Gives it over to McKinnon. McKinnon taking it through, looking, shoots. That's going to be a glove save by Luukkonen. Whoosh. All right, shots are 4-4, 11:21 remaining in the first period. Ooh. Holy shit, that's Taylor? I didn't know Taylor McCarr was in the lineup tonight. Oh, 16 is Taylor. Okay. Here comes Kale. Taking it through the right side. Drops it off to Landeskog. Toilet bowls it around over for McCarr. For Taylor. Ooh, my goodness. That Kale. Still keeping it through. Oh, 93. I need to remember that. 93 is Bardakov. And then 16 is Taylor McCarr. Gotta remember that. All right, Brock Nelson gonna take over for the faceoff. And he's gonna win it. Sammy G crosses it over for Malinsky. He's gonna pass it through over to the Buffalo zone. Brindley trying to get it through. Unfortunately, loses it. A little flip through, trying to get it over a little close to the Av zone. Cannot. It's going to be a pass onside. Trying to get it over Colton. It's going to be scored! Brock Nelson with the broken up play right in the slot. That's going to be 3-1 Colorado. Whew. Look at that. Ross Colton gets a little flip play. Samuelson tries to get the stick on, but Luukkonen cannot keep a control over on that puck while Nelson just snaps it through. 5 shots, 3 goals for Colorado. 10-14 remaining in the first. And that's going to be an icing on the Sabers. Woo! That was a nice, that was a nice play. A little touch from Ross Colton. Right over to Nelson, right in the slot. Gets it through. All right. Buffalo taking it through. Gets it over on the Av zone. Byram is going to go ahead and burn and blow a tire. Going to give it up to the Avs. McKinnon looking through. Ooh, takes a nice little hit from Bo and Byram. Little pleasantries. Oh, that's going to be an offside on McLeod. Oh, man. Excuse me. Ooh, got Scotty W. We got Wedger. Wedger is going down over for the contract extension. All right, Bartikov's going to go ahead and take over for the faceoff. And Avs are going to win it. They have to retreat back. Gives it over to Burnsy. Ooh, that's going to be a strip pass. Ooh, that shot just goes wide over for Buffalo. That Buffalo playing a little bit more scrappy. Trying to get over for that pass across and could not successfully. Buffalo's going to take over for that. Slap shot! And that gets through. But unfortunately, nothing over for the Sabers. This could be over for a pop pass over for Taylor McCarr. Could not get a hold of it. This could be over for a line change over for the Avs. Manson, big hit. That's going to be a loose glove. And that's going to be over for Dunn. Giving it through. And it's going to be over for Krebs. Krebs trying to take it back over on the side. It's going to be back over to the defensive end. Ooh, bouncing puck does not get through over for Blackwood. And that puck's going to get cleared through. And it's going to be retrieved by Buffalo at their own end. It's going to be slapped through. Back over to the Avs zone. Ooh, and that's going to be over for Dunn again. Dunn's a huge fucking dude. But Drury able to keep his own. Ooh, that's a nice turnaround shot. Saved over from Blackwood. And that was going to be Kingsling. Over for that amazing shot right there. That puck is back over in Buffalo's end. Trying to get it through. It's going to be a 3-on-2 situation. Ooh, off the foot over for Blackwood over on that shot. Here comes the Avs. Colton. Over for McKinnon. McKinnon over to Natchez. Gives it over Taze. Back over to McCarr behind the net. In the slot for McKinnon. Shot's going to be blocked over from a Buffalo sweater. And Thompson taking it over. And it's going to be a wraparound. Could not get it through. Byram tried to get it, but he could not. Nelson gets pinched over from Samuelson. Oh my God, come on, Blackwood. You gotta have that. And that was Greenway. Oh my goodness. Greenway with an absolute to heck with it. I'm just gonna slap it and get it through. That was bad. That was really bad fucking puck is still being battled for over to the left corner, over on Buffalo's end. They get it through. And it's going to be over for Quinn. Trying to keep chase, my apologies. And still keeping over in the Avs zone, but the Avs finally keep a hold of it. Nelson taking through, gives it a cross pass over for Colton. Could not find it, and that is going to end up in the netting. Oh, they got to take a timeout. 5:49 remaining over in the first period.
Oh, that's cool. A new all access over for the Avalanche is coming out after the game. Very nice. I'll probably end up watching that during one of the intermissions. All right, Drew's going to go ahead and take over for the face-off. It is going to be against Kozak. And Makar is going to go ahead and take over for the face-off. Gives it off over to Taze. Taze slashes over. Could not get a full-on net. And Olafson trying to keep it over. Could not. That's going to be over for Greenway. Ooh, it's going to be intercepted over. But the Buffalo Sabres keep a hold of it. Oh, shit. Oh, we're being sloppy. We're getting sloppy. Taze, gonna go ahead and take it. And Thompson's gonna go ahead and retrieve it. Gives it off. Uh-oh. And McLeod's gonna go ahead and give it over. Thompson spins it through. And intercepted by McKinnon. Gives it over to Marty Natchez. Natchez over for the cross. Gives it over to Lehkonen. To McKinnon over for his own shot. Off the pad. Oh my god, dude. Off the peg. Can't believe that. Oh, jeez. It hits the peg and it just doesn't get it through, man. I know most people call it the post. I sometimes call it peg, post. It's the same thing. And Malinsky trying to get it through, but he cannot. Gerard gives it off Malinsky. He's going to slash it through. Now, Taylor is going to get it through. Slops it through. Gives it up over to Buffalo. Byram trying to finish in. And it's going to be a backhand shot over from Krebs. And that's going to be a waffle save. Much needed stop. Oh, you can hear it hit the post too, dude. Woo! So the one-timer hits off Power, off of Power's shin, and then just kind of bounces over the leg of Lehkonen, and then just hits the peg. Nelson gonna go ahead and take over the face-off. They're going to go ahead and replace over the Buffalo guy with Doan. Doan's going to lose the face-off. And going to be over from Colton. Taking it through the neutral zone. Flips it through. Try to get it over for Kesselring. Ooh, that was a nice little slot pass, but couldn't find over for a burgundy sweater. And that's going to be over Kesselring. Kesselring trying to keep it through, but Nelson will go ahead and pit pocket. Here comes Brindley. He's going to go ahead and try to go for a little pip-pop pass. Ooh, getting over for the pop pass, trying to find over for a loose stick to redirect it, but cannot. Sabers going to go ahead and clear it through. And it's going to be Taze waiting over for a line change. Comes over for Marty Natchez. Gives it back over to Taze. Trying to find the stick, and he's going to go ahead and clear it through. Buffalo, I'm going to keep a hold of it, and they cough it up. 2:40 remaining over in this first. Here comes over for McKinnon. McKinnon drops it off over for Taze. Natchez, back over to McKinnon. Shoots it, and it's going to be Wade in the slot. And there's going to be another icing call on Buffalo. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I'm contemplating if I want to make a coffee right now. It is only 7:46. All right. That Drury's going to win over for the face-off. One-timer for Sammy G. And it's going to be just wide. Oh, he tries his backwards pass. Could not. And that puck's going to get into the Buffalo bench. Yeah, I think I might make a quick copy. Jack Drury, and the third line is going to go ahead and take off. Here comes the first line. McKinnon. And he's going to lose over for the face-off. And he's going to cough it up over to the Avs D. Here comes over for Sammy. Sammy blasts through. Gets over behind the net over for Luukkonen. And now it's going to be over for Girard. Girard over to McKinnon. McKinnon tries to put it over on the slot. It could not. Now Malinsky's going to take it. Gives it over to McKinnon. Another long shot. Doesn't get through. Ooh, McKinnon tried to take over for a nice backwards pass from Natchez. Just couldn't keep a hold of it. Ooh, big hit from McKinnon. Trying to get over some rough stuff. That was over for Malliston. And the puck is going to be stopped right behind the net over for the Avs. And given off to Sammy G. And Olofsson is going to go ahead and clear it off. Gives it over to Drury. Drury. Looking through. Gives it over to my car for a one-timer. It's going to be wide. Ooh, keeps it over in the zone. Gives it over to Olofsson. Shoots. It's going to be rebounded. Score! Gabe Landeskog, the captain, gets over for the goal. Whew. 4-2. Another 2-goal lead for the Avalanche. Oh, they're going to get together. See if that's offsides, though. Maybe not. They're going to might say goaltender interference. Oh, goaltender interference for Jack Drury. They're going to challenge it? They might challenge it. Yeah, Drury is getting fucking... He's keeping him at the crease. Bryson is just fucking keeping him at that crease, so I don't understand why it wouldn't. Yeah, the Avs are going to challenge. Alright, let's see what happens here. Like, that's the thing. Like, Bryson is not allowing Drury to move. He's fucking holding him right there with his stick. Yeah, Bryson. I don't know, man. Like, I can see it going either way, but it should be a goal. I think it should be a goal. And the goal is going into Toronto for this call. Yeah, it's going to be no goal. Damn. It's not the official's call, unfortunately. It's the one in it's the guys in Toronto. Yep, and Colton's gonna go in and go into the penalty box for it. Yeah, I don't like the call. All right, Buffalo going on the power play. We do not have a bad power or penalty kill. All right, Nelson's going to go ahead and take over the face-off over in our zone. Tage Thompson's going to go ahead and get kicked out. And that's going to be over for Uslan. And Avs win it. Going to go ahead and clear it out. Ooh, that was a missed pass right there. That Buffalo had a good chance over on that pass around the slot. Thompson, get it through. Byram, waiting over for the slot. Can't do it. And Byram keeps it through. Gets it over for that shot, but can't get it over. And that's going to do it over for the first period. It's going to be 1:08 left over for the penalty kill for the Avs. The Avs are up 3-2. Oof. And I don't think they gave up 2 goals as a team. I think it was 1 goal and then a really crappy goal. That's what I think personally. But here, I will be back in a moment. I'm going to go take a quick break. Ugh. Take a quick break. Probably get some more water. I am out of water. Oh, wait, hold on. This is wrapped around my chair for some reason. There we go. Ugh. Get some more water. All right, real quick, I do want to watch that NHL or the Avalanche access over real quick. There's a lot of fucking people, dude. 800 people work over for Ball Arena. And they made a program called Beyond the A. Or Beyond the A, my apologies. Well, I'm happy they're finally making their own little thing. $10 hours to puck drop, very nice. That's how they have their own little area over for the Zambonis. That's kind of sick. That's what I need. I need a nice like little activity over for social media guys. That's such a cool fucking job, man. Just get to be like, hey, do you mind if we can ask you for a quick, like, 2-minute interview? Wait, fuck, it's so sick. Yeah, Kiwi Ranta, unfortunately, is going to be missing a little bit of time, unfortunately. Game producer for the Blair. Whew. That's a hell of a job right there. All right, get ready. Camera 36, and go. Camera 27, go. Camera 52, go. That'd be fucking insane, having that many different camera angles. I think it'd be so cool to fucking work over for like media, over for like the Avs and the Nuggets. It's just gonna be so cool. It's so cool. I'm gonna have to put some lotion on my hands, getting all craggly. I'll wait until second intermission. That should be fine. Interesting night that they picked over for the Behind the A episode, that they picked the one where actually called for the Avalanche game. Well, Avalanche and Bruins game, I should say. Fucking Riker. That's a really good tie. I like that. All right, here we go. Game's coming back on here. Let's go ahead and get this shit going. All righty. Oh, where's my shit freezing? Alright, here we go. Looks like first line is not going to be out over for the face-off. It looks like, again, penalty kill for the first minute and 8 seconds. Alright, Brock Nelson's going to go ahead and take over the face-off against Tage Thompson. All right, Avs going to win over for that face-off. Taking over to Taze. Taze going to go ahead and clear it through. Then it's going to go ahead and work it behind the net of Luukkonen. And he's going to go ahead and pass it back. That's going to be over for Otslan. And it's going to go ahead and wait it over. And it's going to be back over to the Buffalo zone. Byram is going to go ahead and take it over. 40 seconds left over on the power play over for Buffalo. Thompson picks it off over to Oslin. Over to Byron. Back to Oslin. Takes it over for a quick skate. Over to Thompson. Back to Oslin. Now Thompson trying to find it. And a little bit of rough stuff over from Taze. And it's going to be Thompson again. Ooh, he's going to try to tear it through. Cannot. And that's going to be stopped over from Mackenzie Blackwood. Holy crap. Quinn with a little bit between the legs action trying to get that through. And that's going to be no goal. Sorry, that first sip. That didn't go down the right hole. Holy shit. Alright. 6 seconds left over on the power play. And that's going to be a win over for Buffalo. Greenway with a shot. It's going to be packed off over for Blackwood. Puck is still over in Buffalo's zone. That's going to be Doan. Picks it off over to Power. And it's going to be slapped over, back over to the Avalanche zone. Burns tries to jam that shot through. And the icing is going to be waved off. Olsen gives it over to Power. Long pass. And that's going to be broken up. Colton. Over for Malinsky. It's going to be over for some rough stuff over on that. Ooh, is there going to be a tripping? No tripping. Olafson trying to keep Krebs up over on the wall. Doan and Malinsky joins in the power. That Avs gives away. Gerard gives it off over to Natchez. Natchez is going to go ahead and dump it over. Lukanen is going to go ahead and lump it. Over in the slot. Cannot find over for an Avs stick. And then Makar going to go ahead and take it through. It's going to be a long pass. And Samson trying to find over for a rebound. Cannot find it. Tuck. Go ahead and try to clear it out. Does not. Lukanen plays the puck a little bit. Gets it over to Bo. Bo. Over to Tuck. And it's going to be cleared off by Krebs. Tuck is going to go ahead and take it over in the Av zone. Gives it over to Tage Thompson. Thompson tries to put it over in the slot. And it's going to intercept it over for an Av. Here comes Kale. Waiting over for the party. Waits it over. Shoots! And it's going to be over the head of Lukanen. And now Burns is going to take it. Same shot. Trying to get over for the rebound. Could not. And Manson tried to keep it in, but it's just going to be offsides. No call for the offsides. Puck plays on. Colton takes it over to Brindley. Brindley trying to take it through on the right-hand side. Could not. Brock Nelson takes a little bit of rough stuff. And now that's going to be over for Power. Trying to get it through from his own zone. And then he gets pit pocket. But Nelson couldn't get a stick on that. Burns. Over for the one-timer. And that's going to be saved from Lukanen from that shot from Josh Manson. Alright, it's going to be over for a quick face-off over to the right side over for Lokanen. Buffalo will win it. Monster pass, could not get it through. And Burns will take it over on his own zone. Burns tries to go down for a pitchfork pass, could not. Olafson clears it through, dumps it over. It's going to be for Manson. Try to get over for a rebound from Taylor McCarr, but could not. But Taylor McCarr is going to go ahead and take it over from that crappy pass. He's going to go ahead and take over for some rough stuff, though. Buffalo will regain. Ooh, Taylor McCarr with a nice little shot. But he couldn't get it through. Shots 10-7 over Colorado, 3-2 over in goals in favor of Colorado. All right, over for that Buffalo is going to go ahead and win over for that face-off. And that's going to be over for a quick slap shot. Going to be over redirection. That Buffalo is going to go ahead and take over. And McCarr's going to go ahead and intercept it. Here comes McKinnon. Shoots, and that's going to be blocked over from Lokanen. McKinnon gives it over to Natchez. Natchez trying to keep it a hold, but could not. Gives it over to Krebs. Over to Power. And then that's going to be over for Malliston. Malliston loses it. Gives it up ice over for Brock Nelson. But that's going to be over for a nice back check over from Power. Strips it away from Brock Nelson. And now Thompson taking it through over in the Avs zone. Power behind the net over for Mackenzie Blackwood. And a shot's going to be deflected, but it goes wide. Woo! He got a cornhole for Nelson over from Tage Thompson. Hell of a fucking stick handle. That shot is going to be blocked over from an ab, and it's going to go into the netting. Huh. 10 a.m. Okay. I wonder then. Yeah, nope, they haven't. Nope. Sorry, I'm just looking over for stuff over for events that I'm going to be going to. Let's see this. So he gets between Timmins and Dunn. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, he got a little sandwich between the guys, and he had a little bit of pain over for his leg. But nonetheless, and the Avs going to go ahead and push forward. And Landeskog taking it through. Ah, that's going to be a trip on Landeskog. Shit. Ah, shit. Yeah, that's a good call. Nothing wrong with that call. All right. Again, 3-2 Colorado. 13:30 left over in the second period. This will be Buffalo's second power play of the evening. Drury and Thompson over in the faceoff circle. And Drury's going to win it. Kelly going to go ahead and wrap it around the boards. Cannot get it fully out, though. Dunn trying to give it up over for Thompson. And then Byram gets over on the top of the slot. And Thompson's slot, my God, that one goes fucking hella wide. And then Manson. Oh, shit. All right, sorry about that. My feet decided to die for a moment. Ooh, that was going to be a big hit by Manson. That pass from Bo. Over to Quinn. Back over to Bo. Back over to Quinn. Looking over. Doesn't like it. Just going to retreat for a moment. And then gives it up over to Bo. Bo. Over to Tage. Tried to get it over the slot, but just could not get it through. Quinn. Over on the top. Gives it over to Bo. Still passing, looking through now, and Tage couldn't get it through. Tage takes it again, slips it through, and it goes through, and it's going to go wide. Oh, nothing. Ooh, Drury with the block shot. Oh my gosh, and then we finally clear it. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That got a little scary. All right, Nelson taking it through. Gonna give it up to Power. Power looking through for any Buffalo Sabers. And that should be an icing. That was a hell of a toe drag right there by Thompson. He could have roofed it, but he goes too tall. Oh no, it actually goes off the shoulder of Blackwood. All right, it's going to be face-off, left side of Luukkonen. And no, it's going to be a trip. And that's going to be a trip. Hell yeah. Trip on Power. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it. All right, we are going up against the best penalty killing team, and we are below average on our power play. So this is going to be interesting to watch. We're going to lose the face-off, and they're going to clear it off instantly. Blackwood, going to go ahead and wait over for McCarr. McCarr is going to go ahead and take it up. It is time for the back pass to the back pass. We are 20th in the league. And the Sabres are first with 90%. Shoots over for McKinnon. And Luukkonen with a huge save. And that's going to be over Olofsson to McCarr. Olofsson back to McCarr. And then Olofsson again. Takes it over to McKinnon. Left side over for Luukkonen. Going to toilet bowl it over to Natchez. Natchez puts it back over the D over for McCarr. McCarr shoots and it goes wide. And then McKinnon. Again, toilet bowls it back over to Natchez. Over to McCarr at the point. Gives it back over to Olofsson. And now McCarr again, point. And then Natchez. Stick through. Woo! Good shot over there by McKinnon. Oh, for that. Just gets blocked over for Luukkonen. Here comes McCarr. Back over to Natchez. Natchez over to McKinnon. Tries to backhand it. Oh, get it back. There he goes. Natchez over to McKinnon. He's going to fake over for the one-timer. And McCarr shoots it off. Oh, tried to get a rebound. Cannot. And Natchez over to McKinnon again. Oh my God, what a save by Luukkonen. Jesus. And now Brindley's going to put it through. It's over to Landeskog. Oh, he's going to cough it up. God damn it. And Colton with the one-chimer. And he's going to be saved again by Luukkonen. And nothing there on that power play, unfortunately. Whew. That was a hell of a save right there. All right. that. The Avs are going to win it over in the Buffalo zone. Linsky with a shot. Can't get over for a rebound. And Tuck tried to get it through. Ooh, nice hit right there by Ross Colton. And Nelson trying to get over for that puck. And he will. It gets over Ross Colton. Ooh, way to save over for that save. Here comes Gerard. Over in the slot for Nelson. Could not get that over for that shot. Here comes again. Tage trying to find over for a couple Sabers. Could not. And it's going to be over for some D2D passing over for Buffalo. Gets it over like at the slot. Quinn over for a shot. Gets bunched over for Mackenzie Blackwood. And then Rosen gets over for a quick tap over for the stick check. Kelly gets stick checked for a moment, but no, gets it through. And now it's going to be back over for Buffalo. Kesselring waiting over new bodies. And it's going to be Burns. Wrapped over. Gives it over to Manson. Manson over to Moore. And then McKinnon. And then back over to Manson. He couldn't keep a hold of that puck in the slot. Ooh, nice hit by Melston. And Brent. Going to try to keep that over for that shot. And that's going to be an icing call on Brent Burns. Yeah, dude. Fucking Nathan McKinnon should be in the leading spot over for the Hart Trophy. McKinnon gets Kozak. And it's going to be Kozak with the win. But the Avs are going to go ahead and win over for that. McKinnon dancing through. Try to pass it back over to Natchez, but could not. Here comes Greenwood. Dumps it through. Dunn over in the corner, trying to fight it off with Natchez. They get it through. Back over to Buffalo. Over at the top of the slot. And that shot's going to be deflected off of Blackwood. Ooh, there's going to be a... What? They're going to be calling a penalty on McKinnon for that? Let's see. So he gets over for Bo. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that was like a retaliation sort of thing. That was not smart. That's not smart by Nathan. All right, third power play over for Buffalo. Oh, for God's sakes. 6:10 remaining over in the second period. Buffalo's going to win over for that face-off. And that shot's going to get, but not through. And that's going to be cleared over from the Avs. 1:50 left over for the power play. Byram drops it back. Tuck drops it back himself. Thompson could not circle through. Byram back over to Tage and then back to Byram. Try to get it over again, but that puck was a little bit bumpy. Byram gives it back. That's going to be over for one timer. Trying to find over for a rebound. Could not. Ooh, nice job, Parker Kelly, over for that diving slash. And it gets the puck out of the zone for a quick moment. Thompson scores. Bad penalty equals to bad goals. Yeah, not much you can really do if you're Mackenzie Blackwood on that. I don't blame him. Jeez. 3-3. 5:04 remaining. McKinnon is going to go against Dunn over for the faceoff. And Dunn's going to win it. Buffalo over in the Av zone. Ooh, Krebs trying to get over for the freaking skin of McKinnon. McKinnon's gave him a little shot. Yeah, McKinnon's hot, dude. He's going to be playing hot for the rest of this game. That shot going to go wide. Malinsky gets a pass. And that shot's going to be cleared over in the Av zone. Malinsky goes over for a long pass, but it's going to be over to a Buffalo Buffalo sweater. My apologies. And Natchez gives it off over to McKinnon. And he's going to lob it. And he's going to give it over to Luukkonen. Luukkonen going to drop it off over for Power. Power. Looking through. They're going to do a little dump of their own. Burns. Looking it. Can't. Here comes Manson. Manson over to Brindley. Brindley scores! Hell of a shot right there by the kid. That's 4-3 Avs. Oh my goodness, I think that's the third goal for the kid this season. That's why we extended him. All right. Manson gives it off over to Colton. Colton shoots that wide. It's going to be Tuck. Tuck retreats back to his own zone. Tries to pass it over, but it finds over for an Av sweater. Burns gives it off over to Brindley in the corner. They're going to call that an icing. Interesting. All right. The Avs went back on top 4-3. Heck yeah. All right, Drury's going to go ahead and take over for the face-off, and that's going to be against Otzland. And Drury's going to win it. Gives it over to Malinsky. Malinsky, ooh, takes a little shot. And that's going to be over for Malinsky, keeping it in. Whoa! Landeskog with a little bit of fancy puck skills, but just couldn't get the shot off. That Sabers going to go ahead and pass it through, but he's going to pass it back over to the Avs, and that's going to be offsides. Oh. Can you imagine if he just Michigan that shit right there? And Kozak's going to win the faceoff for Buffalo. He's going to be totally bowled around. Gives it over to Makar. Makar trying to dump it through. Gives it over to Brindley again. Ah, and he loses it. Oh, and he loses an edge. And Makar looking through. Gives it back over to Taze. Taze is going to go ahead and dump it through. Icing has been waved off. And it's going to be pitchfork through. Gives it back over to Taze with another dump. And again, finds over for a Sabres defenseman. Puck's going to go behind over for Mackenzie Blackwood. Over in the corner. And it's going to be Nelson as the puck just squeaks out. And then Makar looks it through. And gives it off to Taylor Makar. That. Manson. Over to Burns. Gives it over to Kelly. Oh, and Kelly loses it. Dang. That. Burns. Gives it over to Manson. Manson's going to go ahead and dump it through. Kelly takes it again. And he's going to get hit over in the corner. And he's going to lose the puck. As Buffalo dumps it over for their side, over for the Avs. And that's going to be over for Bartikov. Bartikov looking through. Waits over for some fresh bodies on the ice. Gives it off over to Manson. Less than a minute left over in the second. Oh shit! Oh my gosh, that was close, dude. Manson went over for the hit like he was playing fucking video games. And then Byram strips it away from McKinnon. Here comes Tuck. Over for Thompson. Shot gets blocked over from Mackenzie Blackwood. Oof. Tuck comes through, great pass, and then Blackwood just eats it up. Ooh, and they're going to go ahead and kick out over for Otzland. And it's going to be McKinnon over for that face-off win. 32 seconds left over in the second. Pass gets blocked through. And that's going to be a hand pass over in the Buffalo zone. Shot 17-14 Colorado. 4-3 still Colorado. And Makar shoots it through. Oh my gosh, I thought I just bounced over the head of Luukkonen. That Buffalo Sabres keep on toilet bowling it around. That pass is going to be just over the head of Tays, and that's going to be an icing. 10.2 left over in the second. All right, face off again. Right side of Luukkonen. McKinnon. And it's going to be a lost face off. And Natchez puts it over in the slot. Over to Tays. Waved over in the slot. Rebound. That's going to be stopped. And that's going to be the end of the second. Whew. I had a little bit of a stress factor on that one. Oof. All right, and that's going to be the end of the second. Go ahead and mute that, and we'll see you back in a little bit. I'm going to watch the rest of this. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. 3 hours to puck drop. Mark Mosier, dude. I love Moj. Hmm. I may have to see about possibly using one of those like headset microphones. They just seem so comfortable. Having EJ there would be so nice. I miss having EJ over in the intermissions and the pre games. Man, I want to see EJ more. Oh my god, there's so many fucking buttons in that controller room.
Dude, EJ just fucking gave him the best purple nurple. God, I could not. I don't know, man. I think it'd just be so cool to work for a sports team. Clean up neutral zone, and also we need to stop turning it over. Oh man, Aaron Judge and Hank and fucking Shohei Ohtani are back-to-back award winners for both the MVP and also the Hank Aaron Award. Man, who would have thought? Oh, watch my Rockies video tomorrow, and you definitely get to see over a lot of cool shit.
Hmm. Oh, the All MLB teams have been announced. Let's see. Did Hunter Goodman get first or second team? All right, first team. Yeah, Colorado. That was a fucking no-brainer. Will Smith, man, eat my ass. Dude, he only played 110 games in the regular season. Eat my fucking ass. Man, fucking Dodgers. Fucking Dodgers. Man, it should have been Goodman. He played so much fucking better than Will Smith did in the regular season. It's a regular season award. Fucking bullshit, dude. Nobody likes the Rockies. That's just a fucking fact. I gotta accept that. Alright, here we go. Start of the third period. Let's get this shit going. Alright, Avs are going to go ahead and win over for the face-off. And it's going to be over for a little tip pass. Gets it over in the center S. And that's going to be over for Nelson. That's going to go ahead and retrieve it. And they're going to lose it. Try to find it. Oh, shit. Burns has to hurry up over for that. Try to get over the slot over for that. Could not get that shot off over for Buffalo. And shot's going to be picked away. Colton tried to get over for a little pitchfork action. Could not. New England beat the Jets. Toronto beat Cleveland. Phoenix is destroying Indiana. Jesus Christ. Utah and Atlanta, pretty damn good close game so far. That Avs trying to keep a hold. Could not. Buffalo takes it over in their own zone. And that shot's going to be into the stands. Face off in the neutral zone. LA beat Toronto. Very nice. Islanders are taking a 2-0 lead against Vegas. Very nice. Drury's going to go ahead and take over for this face-off. Shots are 18-14 Colorado. 18:54 remaining in the third. Drury up. Face-off's going to be called back over for unfair face-off. And Drury's going to win it again. Very nice. Tays, pass it up ice. And Luukkonen is going to go ahead and play the puck. Going to go off the body of Bardakov. And that's going to be deflected. And it's going to be over for the Sabers. Taking it up ice themselves. Ooh, nice hand-eye. Back-to-back passing over for Buffalo. Takes it over to the neutral zone over the Avs. Going to back over. And shot going to be deflected wide of the net over for Buffalo. And again, looking over, pass back. to Quinn. Back over to Kessling. And then it's going to be deflected off of Landeskog and over to Makar. Makar trying to race it through. And he's going to lose it. Malinsky going to take a hold of it. Gives over to Gerard. Try to get it over to the neutral zone over to Bardakov, but could not get a hold. Gerard. It gives it over to Oh, no, that's going to be over for Landeskog. My apologies. Oh, my goodness. That was a weird angle over on that deflection. Whoa! Okay, that was really weird. Trying to dump it through, but just couldn't get that far. Gerard going to take it over behind the net. Gives it over to Brindley. Brindley shoots it, and off the breadbasket, over to Luukkonen. All right, face-off's going to be taken to the right side of Luukkonen. Nelson. What the heck? All right, Nelson. Again, over for the face-off. Was called off over for unfair face-off originally. And actually, it's going to be Colton that takes it. Brindley over to Burns. Over for a long shot. That's going to be... Ooh, and that was going to be Ross Colton, who got caught with a high stick. That's going to be Kozak over for the high stick. Take a look, take a look. Oh my God, he gets nothing but the face. Jesus. All right, McKenna's going to take the face off. Right side of Luukkonen. He's going to win it. Gives it off. And then it's going to be over to Natchez. Back across over to Makar. Makar. Tried to get over for the toilet bowl, but just couldn't get it over. Oh, nice breaking up play. Back over to the Avs. Over in Buffalo zone. Then McKinnon. Gives over to Natchez. Back over to Makar. Up on top. Makar with the long shot. Tried to get for a rebound. Cannot get it. What are these refs seeing? I don't know. All I know is I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Alright, this faceoff is going to be over the neutral zone. Minute 33 left over in the power play. McKinnon again. He's going to win the faceoff. And he's going to get between the two defensemen. And Blackwood going to leave it over for Makar. Kale brings it up. Passes back over to Natchez. Natchez drops it over for McKinnon. McKinnon dancing through, gives it over to Lehkonen. Lehkonen over to Kale. Kale back over to McKinnon. Looking through. And the slot is going to be over on Lehkonen. Cannot get it through. And McKinnon, fake slap shot. Wrists it over as the shot goes wide over for Natchez. McKinnon still looking through. Gives it over to Makar. Makar at the top. Gives it back over to McKinnon. Tried to give it over to Natchez in the slot, but just couldn't get off the stick. 40 seconds left over on the power play. McKinnon gives it off over to Natchez again. Back over to McKinnon. And then over to Makar. Shoots it. That's going to be off a toe over for a Buffalo Saber. 27 seconds left over on the power play. McKinnon gives it off over to Olofsson. Olofsson. Back over to Makar. And it's going to be deflected off a skate. Olofsson trying to keep it in. And he does. And gives it back over to Makar. Makar shoots it, and that's going to be a glove save by Luukkonen. 5 seconds left over on the power play. Columbus beat Edmonton? Edmonton's fucked, dude. Edmonton needs to make some big fucking plays before the trade deadline, dude. Alright, 5 seconds left. And it's going to be Avs 1. And shots off, and that's going to be a blocker save by Luukkonen. Tuck. Try to get it through. And it's going to be a nice hit over on Taves, over on Tuck. Taves will take control over behind the net. He's going to go ahead and Brindley over. And Brindley loses control, gives it over to Power. Power over to Tage. Tage waiting over. And Kesselring backs it off, back over to their own zone. And then Kesselring still waiting. And pass it back. Another pass back. Oh, they're going to go for a game of catch for a moment. And Manson going to go ahead and clear it through. 13:55 remaining in the third. Shots are 25-14 for Colorado. Only 1 goal differential. It's going to be dumped through over to the Avs zone. Girard's going to go ahead and pitch it over. That's going to be a long shot, saved over from Blackwood. That's going to be a long pass in between. Marty Necas with Girard shoots it on. It goes off the post. Oh. Taves trying to keep over for the puck, but unfortunately that shot goes off the side of the net. Necas loses it. And that's going to be over for Power. Gives it off. And that shot goes wide. The Sabers are trying to get any shots off on net. Necas gives it over to Luke. And then over to McKinnon. Shoots! And Lehkonen couldn't get it through. Oh my goodness. Malinsky. Pass it back over to Makar. Makar. Over to Brindley. Brindley looks it through. Stick handles. Trying to get over for that. Ooh. Nice little nudge. Over from... Who was that? That was Dunn. But Makar will take it in his own zone. He's going to go ahead and dump it through. And then it's going to be over for Samuelson. Tries to pass it back, but coughs it up. Ooh, kept in the Avs zone. Again, another cough up. And now it's going to be Brock Nelson taking it through the neutral zone. And he's going to spin it through and just give it back over to Buffalo. 11:45 remaining. Thompson dumps it with a... Ooh, he loses track of that one. Gives it over to Manson. Manson gives it over to Landeskog. Taking up the left side, now through the zone. Shoots! Can't go for a rebound. That's going to be another shot, and that's going to be going wide. And Manson's going to go ahead and chase over. Get it back over in his own zone. Turn. Gives it over to Landeskog. Dumps it. Left side, now behind Luukkonen. And Byram's going to go ahead and pick it up over for Buffalo. Tuck trying to find it over in the zone. Could not get it over in the slot. Now the Avs will take it back up ice. Here comes Taylor. And Taylor's going to go ahead and put it over in the breadbasket of Luukkonen. Oh my goodness. Dude, Sam, I don't mean to be the bearer of no shit, but you had all net, dude. Yeah, the entire net open. Ugh. Damn. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mind. I wouldn't mind if a fucking escalator went down on me. I could just walk up the stairs. They're just stairs at that point. Taylor McCarr. He's working hard. Yep, Taylor's doing a good job on keeping it over, man. All right, McKinnon going to take over for the face-off. He's going to lose it. Sabers right behind looking in. And they're going to go ahead and dump it off in the Av zone. Try to see if they can keep a hold of it. Ooh, a little bit of rough stuff, but gets it through. Avs giving it over to Lehkonen. And they're going to lose it, and they're going to go ahead and dump it through again, and it's going to be a stop on Blackwood. And that's going to be a face-off won by Buffalo. Shot is going to be hit about 2 different fucking Buffalo players. Tuck shoots it, and that's going to be block saved over from Blackwood. A block saved by Blackwood. All right, 10:50 remaining over in the third. Nelson. Ooh, he's going to get Tage Thompson out of the lineup. And Nelson's going to win over for that drop. Oh, shit. That was close. Brent Burns gave it up right in the zone. Whoa, that was a hell of a save right there by Mackenzie Blackwood. He just basically threw his body up over on the post and said, fuck it, he's going to shoot it somewhere around here. Another shot goes wide of the net. Nelson, good defense over on Tuck. And the puck is going to leave the zone. And now Buffalo's going to retain it. And then they're going to reset. 9:30 remaining. And that's going to be over for a quick dump over for Buffalo. Another shot is going to go in the slot, and it's not going to find anybody. Olafson trying to leave over for a little body, but unfortunately does not avail. And Drury going to go ahead and backhand it. Not out of the zone. And now Landeskog going to take it through the neutral zone. Ooh, that's not an offside. And then he tries to dump it over. Could not. And then coughs it up over to Buffalo. Greenway. He's going to go ahead and dump it over in the Av zone. Gerard taking it through. Trying to skate over, but could not. Malinsky taking it over. And he's going to go ahead and through it. And cannot. Buffalo takes it through. And a long race wide pass over the slot. And it does not find over the back of the net. And it's going to be Quinn. Taking it through, trying to find it. And the Avs going to regain. Somebody call it. There we go. McKinnon is going to take over in the slope zone. Shoots it. And that's going to be hit it around the face, but he's going to catch it for Luukkonen. Whew. That was a hell of a save by Mackenzie Blackwood right there. I'm pretty sure that was about 226, maybe? Oh my goodness. Yeah, right about here should do it. Let's see if I can wait till the end of the game and I can actually take a piss. Save the turkeys. Hell no, dude. They're about to get consumed. Breckenridge beer. That does sound good. All right, game's back up. Nelson's going to take over for the draw. He's going to lose it, unfortunately. Buffalo takes over for the puck right behind Luukkonen. Byram. Ooh, that puck. Just squeezed by. Byram taking it through. Trying to find it in the slot. Could not. Goes off the side of the net. And then that's going to be over for Taze. Taze going to go ahead and flip it. It's going to be a high stick. Most goals since start of last season. Tage Thompson with 51 goals. And then Pasternak is number 54 with second. And then Draisaitl with 64. Pretty damn good. Shots are 28-19 for Colorado, 7:23 remaining in the third. And Colorado's going to win over for this draw. Makar gets poke checked, and that puck is going to go back over to the neutral zone. At that, Natchez over to Taze. Taze will take it in himself. Drop pass over to Lehkonen. Lehkonen cannot get it through. Backs over to Tays, over to Makar, and then over to McKinnon. McKinnon shakes off. Over to Makar, fake shot. Tries to get over the slot and does not get it through. That puck is going to go back over the Avs zone. Tays looking through. Long pass, and that shot's going to get through, and then Lehkonen takes a funny bounce. Going to glove it down at the paint. Ooh, Kessler. A little bit of rough stuff with Landeskog. Woo! Lehkonen, the fact that he got a tip over on that, and then freaking Luukkonen able to freaking stop it, was crazy. And then that shot is going to be stopped over from Luukkonen again. My goodness, Lehkonen has been getting over 20 minutes over in this game. Shot over from Malinsky, and he's going to break his stick. Trying to get it over, but Buffalo's going to retain it over in the Avs zone. Ooh, Malinsky gives over for that body check. Very nice. Luukkonen going to go ahead and play the puck. It's a little bit of a bad pass over for Buffalo. And that's going to be Bardakov that's going to go ahead and just pitchfork it through. 5:50 remaining in the third. And Manson. Oh, fuck. And Kelly's going to go down over for a penalty for high sticking. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's yeah, that's not good stick discipline right there. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh, you got to play smarter than that. We're only up by 1 goal. I know last stream you didn't see all this shit up here, but now it looks good.
My bipolar diagnosis said, I don't know who you is.
All right, it's going to be over for a face-off. 1 over from Buffalo. Byram tries to put it over in the slot. And Burns. Oh, my goodness. Come on. You got to do better than that. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thankfully, that shot just goes just wide of the net. Minute 40 left in the power play. 5:20 remaining over in the period. Tage Thompson digging it through. Wrist shot. That goes just over. Blackwood with the nice stop. What the heck would happen? Oh my goodness. Blackwood with a great freaking stop. Minute 28 remaining. Over for the power play. 5:13 left over in the period. My apologies. That. Avs lose that face off. Byram looking over. Ooh, shot being tipped over. Oh shit. They're going to go ahead and get all set up. Byram gives it over to Quinn. And then back to Byram at the point. And then trying to find it through. Can't. And that shot is going to be cleared over for the Avs. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. 4:35 left in the third. Shots are 30-21 Avs. Only a 1-goal differential. Ooh! Landeskog. Oh no, my apologies. That was over for Bardakov, over for off the skate. And then McLeod misses over for that puck. 30 seconds left. And then Manson's going to keep a hold of it. No, he doesn't. He's going to get toilet bowled over. That's going to be Power. Over to McLeod. Over in the slot! And that's going to be a large shot goes wide. And the power play is no longer. Nice penalty kill from the Avs. Oh, let's go in the slot. Oh my goodness. And that shot goes wide. It's going to be over to Natchez. Natchez gives it over to McKinnon. Oh, never mind. He misses it. And that dump's going to be over to Gerard. Gerard is going to go ahead and back it. Gives over to McKinnon with Lehkonen. Lehkonen cannot find it through. Great stick work. And a shot! And that's going to be scored! Marty Natchez! Second goal of the game. 5-3 Colorado. Whew. Heck yeah. Oh my goodness, what a great pass by McKinnon right behind the net. That was very Gretzky-esque. Whew. 31-21 are the shots. Colorado leads now, but 2 goals, 5-3 with 3:07 left in the third. At this point, I would assume Buffalo would probably try to go down over for an empty net. Now Kelly will take it over in Buffalo's end, gives it over to Landeskog. Landeskog over to Kelly. And now back over to Brock Nelson. They're going to go ahead and wipe it around the net. Gives it over to Landeskog. And then another toilet bowl around the other side. And then over the net, but nothing over on that shot. That's going to be over for McLeod. McLeod sends it back over, and that's going to be over to Tage. Tage loses it, pickpocket over from Natchez. And then Natchez tries to go over for the empty net. And that's going to be an icing call on the Avalanche. Natchez trying to go for a fucking hat trick. Ooh, McKinnon has just tied with Peter Stastny, tied second for most points in franchise history with 1,048. All right, here we go. 5-3, Buffalo with the empty net. Now it's over for 5-on-6 playing. It's going to be over to the right side of Blackwood. Buffalo wins the faceoff. And it's going to be held over on the right corner. And that's going to be thrown over right behind the net. Still trying to take over. D-to-D passing. Ooh, and the stick broke. That's going to be over for Landeskog. And Landeskog's going to go ahead and bury the empty netter. Oh my goodness, and guess who gave it to Landeskog? Marty Necas, dude. So selfless over on that play. And Landeskog after that, he deserved that. He deserved that empty netter. Heck yeah, dude. 6-3, 149 left. This game is more than over. Nine goals in this game, man. And that shot is going to be blocked over for Blackwood. And Taylor McCarr going to go ahead and whap it through. And that shot is going to go ahead and back over to Manson. Manson over in the slot. That's going to hit over for a stick, and that's nowhere. 1:10 left. And it's going to be over Kozak. And he's going to cough it up. Gives it back over to an Avs sweater. And it's going to be over for Bardakov. Bardakov. And Manson and Kesselring. Or for a little aggressive hugging right there. All right, with that, it's going to be over for a win over on the faceoff over for Buffalo. They're going to cough it up over to Ross Colton, gives it over to Drury. Drury gives it over to Brindley. Back pass back to Colton. Oh, Colton's going to lose it for a moment. And now Gerard trying to keep it over in Buffalo's zone. Nah, and they're going to give it off. And it's going to be over for a little shove over from Gerard. And now a little bit of rough stuff in the corner. And that's going to be topped over to Power. Power's going to go ahead and go for a little skate with the puck. 10 seconds left. They're going to go ahead and just skate it around. And that's going to do it. Heck yeah. Colorado wins 6-3. It's still a very, very impressive homestead for the Avs. Blackwood, a little rocky on the start, but gets the win. All right, let's see who is the 3 stars of the game. I would assume it'd be Necas. Let's see. I'd probably say it'd be Necas. Yeah, Necas. Yeah, Natchez, Landy, and Brindley. Oh, Lekkonen's going to be a star. Never mind. Third star is going to be Lekkonen. Very nice. Yeah, it's going to be Brindley. Hell yeah, baby. Busy night for Natchez. Heck yeah, dude. This guy deserves an A. Heck yeah. Somebody needs to give Martin Natchez over for the A, dude. He deserves it. But anyways, that's going to do it over for me for tonight's game. Thank you so much for joining me over for the Savcast, over for the Avs versus the Buffalo Sabres. I don't know which game I'm going to be calling over for next. Just watch over for the post. Tomorrow, I will be posting over at 8 in the morning over for the Colorado Rockies, over for the fall news. So get ready for that shit. That's one of my favorite videos I've probably edited in a while. But I will see you guys over in the next stream. Peace out. Later, guys.